Happy Sabbath and welcome to Family Experience. Our focus in Family Experience is to co-disciple with you and your family to show and teach our children the love and grace of Jesus Christ. What better way to prepare our hearts and our minds for the kingdom than as a family? This month, we're going to learn about the prophet Elijah. We will see that his life was nothing short of amazing. Elijah's ministry took place during some chaotic times for God's people. So much that Elijah felt utterly alone. But God's presence and power throughout Elijah's life during those times is undeniable. Through these amazing stories, we are going to discover how amazing it is that God takes care of us, that God knows what's best for us, that God speaks to us, and God does so many amazing things for us. Deuteronomy 7:21 says, "The Lord your God, who is present with you, is a great and awesome God." All right, families, we are going to open up our Bibles to 1 Kings 17, 1 through 6 today. There was a man named Elijah. Elijah lived a long time ago. He loved God with all his heart, and God took care of Elijah in an amazing way. Let's see what happens with Elijah and how God takes care of him.
Hey kids, are you doing amazing today? I feel amazing too. Why? Because I just tried a really fun science experiment. First, I took some celery. I put it in some water. Then I turned the water red. And do you know what happened? The celery turned red too. Isn't that amazing? I love celery, no matter what color it is. But I heard a story about a time when people were running out of all of their food. Not just celery. Do you want to hear it? Okay, here it goes. There once was a king named King Ahab. He was the king of Israel, but he didn't follow God. God said, for the next few years, there will be no rain. This was not good news because without rain, no plants could grow. The prophet named Elijah knew that without rain, there would be no food for God's people. So Elijah prayed and asked God for help. God told Elijah to go to a tiny little brook. While he was there, God sent ravens to bring Elijah food every morning and every night. Eventually, the stream dried up and Elijah had to move on. God told him to go find a widow in a nearby city and ask her for food. She wanted to help, but she didn't have any food either. But Elijah said, "Trust me, God's got this." He told the woman to make some food for him and then to make some food for her and her son. He said, "God will take care of you. Your food will not run out." And that's exactly what happened. For a week, the woman fed Elijah, herself, and her son, and she never ran out of flour to bake more bread. During a time when there wasn't any food, God provided Elijah with food to eat and water to drink. It's amazing. God took care of Elijah, and it's amazing. God takes care of me.
There was no water or food in the land, but God still took care of Elijah. Isn't that amazing? He can take care of us too. Parents, gather your families around this week and on strips of paper, write ways that God is taking care of your family. Think of some everyday things that God does for you, and then think back in the past of some bigger things that God has done for you. For our family, it's providing shelter every night when we go to sleep, having a roof over our heads, beds to sleep in. But when I think of bigger things, I think of how my oldest daughter, Addie, was born safely. She had a diagnosis that we just weren't sure what was going to happen, and God brought her into this world safely and healthy. Remind your kids of this month's Bible verse. The Lord your God, who is present with you, is great and awesome. He will take care of you just like he took care of Elijah. I've linked songs, a craft, a family game for you this week as a resource on our CCP webpage. Please feel free to check it out. We hope that you have a great week. Some families are big, some families are small. God's grace keeps our family one and all.